My name is Brooke Jackson. I was fired in September of 2020 for being a whistleblower. I was working on Pfizer's phase 3 pivotal trial on their COVID-19 vaccine. My first day on the job was the 8th of September, and from the very beginning, I noticed irregularities, things that were questionable. I would bring up the concerns to my managers, and it was always, we're understaffed, we're really trying hard to, make this work. At one point when I was going through emails, there were emails from ICON begging Ventavia to follow up on severe adverse events that had been reported. There were several emails about mislabeled specimens, blood specimens, and the nasal swabs. There were specimens that were labeled with another participant's information. It was a nightmare. And on the 16th of September, I stayed late in clinic one evening, and I was the only one in the clinic. I walked into an area where the vaccines were refrigerated, or frozen rather. And when I walked in, I saw a biohazard bag. The plastic biohazard bag contained used needles, and I realized how unorganized and sloppy Ventavia was handling everything. In that same room where they kept the vaccine was just left out, and the boxes that the vaccine came in, the containers, they had written the subject information on these containers. So right there, me working on the study, it unblinded me to the randomization of these patients. I made note of that. I took pictures. Just to document what I'd seen, to show my managers. It was also discovered that Ventavia was unblinding participants in the study based on a directive from our COO, which was to print out the randomization scheme and put that drug assignment in everybody's chart. Per Phizer's protocol, we should have immediately stopped enrolling, but they never told Phizer. Instead, they wanted us to go through each of the charts and actually take out the randomization scheme that was printed. So that, coupled with everything else, I made the recommendation for Ventavia to stop enrolling clinical trial participants in the study until we were able to let Phizer know.
You sent me the photos, thank you, and I didn't pull them up. I mean, now granted, that's whether I'm trusted or not, so I might have to
should I
go
not have
online.
taken the pictures?
The problem is the breach of confidentiality, and it was on a personal phone because there's sponsor information on those boxes.
At that point, it was clear to me that I wasn't fitting in. I decided that next morning I was gonna report my company to the FDA. And so I did that about 9 o'clock in the morning on the 25th of September. And about 6 hours later, I got a call from Ventavia and was fired on the spot and told that I was not a good fit. I remember investigator Cannon called me, and we spoke for an hour and 16 minutes to be precise. I can tell you everything that we talked about. It mirrored what was typed in my formal complaint to them. The unblinding, the safety of the clinical trial participants, not monitoring them for adverse reactions. They were late to report adverse events. Again, the untrained staff, the oversight by the principal investigators, specifically at the Fort Worth location, the targeting of the employees for coming forward. I thought that the FDA was going to swoop in and take care of everything. What I was reporting was so important